Our predominant fear should be, at this point, after watching Wisconsin, that the Republican leadership will force voters to choose their health or their vote. But the second concern I would have is over foreign interference. And yes, it is predominantly the same players. The threat predominantly comes from Russia. They've never really stopped being at it in terms of their social media influence campaign. Only this time, we cannot count, I think, on the intelligence community to speak truth to power, to inform the Congress and the American people about what they're seeing in terms of Russian interference. We saw that tragically after they came to brief us in our committee on the threat of foreign interference in the election, and the president responded by firing the acting director of national intelligence.
So I just want to underscore this point. What you're saying is that the U.S. intelligence community now, that you think you're not getting the full story from them about what may be happening with Russian interference or anybody else interfering with this election, that you can't trust them to tell you, intelligence committee, what they're seeing.
Well, sadly, I think that is correct, because I think we've already seen since Director Maguire was fired, in the briefing that we've had since, and in our access to information since, a real constriction of frank and candid information about what the Russians are doing. So yes, I think it's already had that impact. Now, even before Maguire was fired, there were materials that we had been requesting, that we knew were in existence, that had been compiled for us, that they were refusing to turn over.
About Russian interference?
Well, about both Russian efforts as well as matters involving Ukraine. And unfortunately, we've seen some interconnection between Russian efforts to interfere, through social media in our election, and Russian efforts to interfere potentially through third countries like Ukraine.